journey that we kind of envision for faculties here, right, is one, you get trained through the entire curriculum. So we have a very comprehensive program. You will have sessions weekly basis until 27th of April, if I'm not wrong, right? And every session there will be a set agenda where we'll be walking you through what essentially an ikigai is. It is actually the key to a long and happy life in the Japanese culture. Taking stock of what brings you joy and how you serve the wider world. You can define your own personal meaning of ikigai. Now, ikigai compounds of two smaller words. The Japanese word iki means life, kai means work. Ikigai kind of resides in the intersection of these multiple factors. These four major components are essential to the concept. The first bit of self-leadership can be broken down into two aspects: self-awareness and self-belief, right? Where you kind of identify strengths, develop in areas, and understand your values. Now, when you actually have a pretty good idea about what your values are, what your strengths are, and where you can actually work out, you tend to have a pretty good self-awareness and eventually end up in a work environment where you will actually thrive and not just try to survive. So Gen Z is a blanket term. It's used to define people or students who are typically born after 1995, right? For the new age students as such. Now, my next question is, what do you think is different from Gen Z compared to the other generations?
Information,
Okay.
which is quite evident, available everywhere. Just a click away, they can get the information.
See, the Gen Z children are basically with the online platform. They are using everything online, everything with a click.
And they don't remember anything.
Yes, bad attention spans. Understood.
Setting a SMART goal, so it is an acronym, it is a framework, it's a structured way of setting objectives. These are some aspirational jobs which I wanted to list out and let you know as well, so that when you're leading this for the students, you can guide them. These are based on the latest trends, what's happening in the industry. So we have consulting, where big fours are there. Then we have investment banking, we have startups. Startup culture is so dominant in India these days, right? We have content writing, we have mass media, because it's a digitalized world now. So content writing, mass media is at the peak, right? Operations, human resource, finance, marketing, insurance, sales and support, supply chain management. So these are some aspirational jobs that students can choose from.
Communication, and you have the immense responsibility of sort of preparing the generation for great communication skills. Listening is a communication process. It is the next step beyond hearing, and it can take place before a listener can respond to a speaker as well. It's an active process. You have to spend energy to listen. Questioning skills. Many a times in our conversations, while we are talking, the way that our conversation moves forward is also by asking questions. You don't always have to answer, or you don't always have to give a response, right? You can always ask a question, and that itself shows that you're interested in speaking to that person.
So all of us know that sometimes, the boss can actually be a little bothering to us. So to ensure that, our bonding is good, we need to take several steps.
For today's module, it is on Excel and PowerPoint. Now, Excel and PowerPoint are actually arguably, two of the most important tools you'll use at a workplace.
So basically, artificial intelligence is the ability for a computer to think, learn, or to stimulate human mental processes like perceiving, reasoning, and learning. It can also independently perform complex tasks that once required human input. Ethical dilemma is a situation where a person faces a conflict between two or more moral principles, making it challenging to decide on the right course of action. In workplace dilemmas, individuals face conflicts between moral principles, professional responsibilities, and personal interests. Ethical dilemmas often arise when values like honesty, fairness, and loyalty clash, and decisions can impact the stakeholders.